Hey, welcome back. Okay, I'm going to show you how to wire in inboard controls for your Warner winch. This is a 5-wire setup. It uses the ground and it disconnects the ground when it's not on. 3-wire setup is basically the same. Didn't find very much videos on the 5-wire setup, so I figured I'd make one. You want to disconnect your battery because you got a big power line coming in and you got to disconnect it, so you don't want to be touching that. Then you have a screw here, here, and here. Just used 5/16 nut driver. Then you want to pull your battery or your cover off. You just stick it off to the side. Oop. A little shaky because it's a little cold out today. But here's your coil packs. Basically, when you're looking at your coil packs, you have your hot coming in, your hot returns, which will make your winch go in and out, and then your 4 inner ones on those little coils are your grounds. So you're going to go into your ground too. And you're going to splice into your wire that goes from your connector here down to your motor, which is a ground. They're all black, so it's hard to tell, but just follow the wire from your motor up into there, and that's where you'll splice in. I made a little diagram so explain it a little better. Let me get it up here so you can see it a little better. Basically, here's your coil packs. These are the 4 screws. Sorry, a little shaky, it's cold. Let me see if I can straighten this out. Here's the grounds I was talking about. 4 grounds, power in, power going to your switch, and then your power coming back. Now, when you hook it all up and your switch isn't working the directions you want to, switch this wire and this wire, just switch them back, and your switch inside will change direction. Say if you want to pull it to get it in, but it's actually pulling the switch and it goes out, just switch those wires and you'll be just fine. Okay, so that's your coils. Here's your motor wire. It goes down and comes to your plug like I was talking about. You're going to splice into that and take it back. So you'll have 5 wires going into your switches inside. I don't know, you probably hooked up some videos and figured out wiring, but I ran mine up through here, up through the firewall. Yes, I got a lot of extra wires because I got a dual battery setup and a lot of electrics going on. So that's where I'm going through. Give me a second and I'll take you inside. Okay, this is where I mounted mine. Here's my shifter. I can do it all with my right hand when I'm actually driving everything else. Here's my power switch. Flick that, it'll get power to the system. Always put a cover on it because you don't want to accidentally flip that and bump this. Now this should be spring-loaded forward, spring-loaded back, so it's off until you need it. I push mine forward, it'll go out, pull it back, it goes in. Now there's another safety I put in, it's an option. When I ran my wires up into the engine compartment, in my glove box I put an extra on and off switch. This is my daily driver, and when I'm vacuuming and stuff like that, cleaning, I didn't want to power it on accidentally. So I got one in there. So I turn that on when I go 4-wheeling, and then this will have power. Otherwise it doesn't have any power and I can do whatever I want and it's not going to bother it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the diagram and show you how to hook your switches up and stuff. Okay, these are the switches inside. This is the on and off with the safety cover on it. You'll have A that comes from here, which has your large power wire on it. It'll go up and it'll go into one side of your on and off switch. Doesn't matter which side. The other side will jump to the center of either side of that switch. It really doesn't matter. And then you connect one side, come back, and you can go to either terminal. Like I said, you can switch them later. And then your other side will come back and go to the opposite terminal. Like I said, you can switch them later. And then for your ground, you got your one that comes spliced in from your motor into the center of the other side of the switch. And this is your toggle switch that's spring loaded one way or the other. Run a jumper and then bring it back. When you come back, it's going to go to one of your grounds. It can go to any one. I just did this one. So it's pretty simple. What you're doing is your ground comes off and it goes up here, and until that switch is made, there's no ground. It's like an extra safety thing. So when that switch is made, it comes back and it makes ground to your coils. And then you got power coming in, goes through the on and off switch, and then whenever you do either one, it sends power back to your coils, which is there. So power in, power back, it's these two, and then your ground. All four of these are ground, so you can do any way you want. And your optional switch is, like I put in my glove box, the power coming from your power in to your switch, just bump it into this one, bring it back out, and go back into here, and take it up to your switch. That way, like I said, no matter what you're doing in here, vacuuming or whatever the kid's playing, it will not come on no matter what. I had that accidentally happen, that's why I put this one in there. You can mount it anywhere, just as long as it's out of the way and can't be bumped. That's pretty much it. The 3-wire, you don't need this ground. Don't need to do any of the ground part. They just put that in as an extra safety after a while. So the 3-wire would be your power, power back, so it would be those. And you just don't need to do the green. So that's what your switch is. Sorry it's a little cold out, so I'm a little shaky. And that's how it works. That's simple, easy. Like I said, I didn't find a lot on it. I found some text in some forums and then went from there. I hope you guys do good. All right, bye-bye.